out west, you got to go through the Rampage.
Number one in the nation.
We back for season 2 Phenom U. Season 1, we lost in the semifinals. Very emotional game, very controversial game.
We was coming back for revenge.
But we had one goal and one goal only, and that was to dominate.
People was coming after me. It was a big target on my back. Last ride with Troy and LO, it's really big that we win.
They can force all they want. It does not work.
Kick down the door, make sure it's open.
It's 20 push-ups for every rep you lose. If the quarterback throw a bad ball, that's 20 push-ups for him. All right? That works? All right, let's get it.
Where we left off from season 1, we lost in the semifinals.
All comes down to this throw.
We came into that tournament as the #1 team in the country. We previously had played the Outlaws that season. We beat them. I think we was down, but right after the loss, that became motivation for us to be a great team.
It's gonna be close.
The theme for this season was unfinished business. We had one goal and one goal only, and that was to dominate. Jaden is probably one of the smartest football players that I ever coached. Probably one of the smartest football players that anybody's ever coached against.
They D tackles just kind of get some pressure. That's
What if we trap it?
He's like having a coach on the field. Whatever I don't know, he come and he tells me. 3 plays into a game, he can tell me what the defense is doing, how they doing it, and what we need to do to defeat it.
All right, offensive line gonna be with Coach Steve, receivers gonna be with Coach Sean, RB's gonna be with Coach Mark. All right, let's go. Right now, we rank #1 in Generation Next ranking, and it's another ranking called the Seal. We rank #2 in that ranking.
Do you remember the 2 games you guys played before we joined you guys?
The 2 games we played was against the KC Outlaws and the Texas Seminoles.
The one thing that we did know about KC Outlaws is that if we come back with the same game plan, they're gonna beat us again. We went to Kansas City and we took care of business. We was probably the only team to ever hold them to a game where they didn't throw a passing touchdown.
The win against the KC Outlaws really felt good because we came back and dominated how we were supposed to do. You know, Troy was a captain on our O-line. You know, he made sure everybody was doing what they needed to do and really a captain of the team too.
Bull rush. They can force all they want. It does not work.
Oh man, Troy Talvalo, what can I say, man? He's not gonna wait for the whistle. He's gonna just blow your ass off the line and then take you where he wants to go. Let's go, LO, run!
LO is a physical specimen.
LO, he's a dog on both sides of the field. He plays receiver and DN. At receiver, he goes up and gets the ball, snatches it from everybody. And at DN, he terrorizes tackles and sacks the QB a lot.
For a kid to be, 13 years old at 6'4", at about 240 pounds with amazing ball skills, like a ballerina in the air, but in a rhino's body.
Going into this season, we gained a lot more depth in every position.
We picked up 2 monster defensive ends, Richie Orozco and Severino. We knew that we had to gain depth because that's what we were lacking. In order to compete nationally, you have to have depth.
Right now we're at Golden West College. We're about to train at 30 QB, my quarterback train. Practice today, we're gonna start with a warm-up, then we're gonna do our little weighted balls, and then start throwing.
Weighted, non-weighted. We're gonna go off the hitch. Regular for 5, right? It's non-weighted now. Controller, here we go. Weight back. Good, good. So I've been working with Jaden since he was 9. We started from there from the beginning, learning how to throw the ball. Been knowing him forever, so it feels like we're just family now.
Going into the season, we wanted to show that everybody that we was really the #1 team, because last year we was #1 all the way till we went to Florida, but we lost.
Right after the loss, that became motivation for us to be a great team.
I think I need to work on is a little bit more of my deep balls, you know, lead the receiver so they won't have to be waiting. This year, I've improved in reading the defense more and better so I could take down the defense and just throw dimes. Prediction for this season, I think we're going to go undefeated and win the national championship. It's going to take for everybody on the team to play their best, play their hearts out, so we can go out there and win.
DJ is an absolute animal, NFL potential. DJ is a special talent.
He's ferocious, he's a beast, man. He has an ability to lock down his side of the field every game, every quarter.
Kelton Strickland is electric lightning in a bottle.
Oh my God!
Every time he gets the ball, it makes the whole crowd stand up. It's just something about Kelton that it just gives you the impression that he's gonna score every time he touches it.
Where y'all at now? Woo!
I told you. The personalities of all the coaches is pretty cool. We all bring different dynamics. You have Coach Mont, who's the defensive coordinator. He's your rah-rah guy.
Hey! What's cooling? What's the fight?
He's the guy that's gonna get in your face. He's the guy that's gonna pump you up. He's the guy that's gonna tell you how it is, you know. And then you have Coach Marr, who's the head coach.
If your man blocking down on the DN, it's your job, you gotta replace. Understand? You don't replace your ass coming out.
He's a little more mellow, but when it's time for him to cut it on, he cuts it on. You know, then you have Coach Steve. Coach Steve is our offensive line coach.
Vertical. You gotta get your head across. Get your head across that body. Let's go.
Coach Steve is a technician. He makes sure the offensive line is the guys who are leading the team.
So when you hear crack, when you see it, face it and beat it.
And also we have Coach Hooks, who's an older coach for us, but he keeps us grounded. But he makes sure the games that we stay level-headed as coaches. And you have Coach Fat, who's our defensive line coach. It was our first year.
We do push-ups every day, trying to get them swole.
And he was a great addition for us because we was able to separate our offensive line from our defensive line, and they all got separate work every day, and it just helped us out so much.
Defense, I need mine, all of it.
My personality as a coach, when I walk in the building, I think the kids know that I'm there. I kind of like demand a presence.
Oh, now who's it? Perfect! Perfect! Oh, he dropped it? Oh my God.
This is our last season having Elo and Troy. They're 8th graders, so they're gonna go on for their high school journey.
Knowing this will be the last ride with Troy and LO, it's really big that we win so that they have something to remember from their youth football career.
This is a very special season because we know that we won't have this same team complete again. Today we play against another team from out of town. They're from St. Louis, the Bad Boys.
I was really pumped and I was just ready to go out and show people what we could do.
They got 2 year-olds.
We heard that they had some 15-year-olds on their team, so we really wanted to show them that even if they're older, we could really put it to them.
Just a little age issue. 15-year-olds playing on 13U team, but it's all right.
Before the St. Louis Bad Boy game even occurred, they were making posts that we're going to beat the Rampage 50-0. Oh, they're a fake #1 team.
Smash from the beginning. You understand? Yes, sir. Players are unit. No selfish today. I got it. Yes, sir.
Just because of the jaw-jacking back and forth on the social media, that just drives our kids to play harder.
Get the control. Let these motherfuckers come in here and talk to us. Let's go. Let's go.
The St. Louis Bad Boys start off with an onside kick. That's more common when teams play against us because they're afraid to kick the ball to Kelton and Malik.
Let's go, offense, let's go. Hurry up.
Every first series, I'm very, very confident in Jaden to get the job done out there and lead his team. The biggest thing that I'm looking for is for him to make sure that he's doing the things that he needs to do pre-snap read. Then he brings the information back to us coaches so we can dissect the team.
Hey, linebackers are playing super close.
They're playing in the wash.
We just gonna combo his ass.
So we were driving down the field, pretty easy on him. And #1, Damani, he fumbled. That really made like our momentum of the game switch, and we was just down on ourselves, but we had to get back up, and we know our defense could hold them.
Pass it and watch the ball. So we need to be able to pull up, get to the second level, and wipe mother back set.
Our game plan was really to make sure that we can run the ball really well, because they had some big guys on the defensive line, and so that it can open up our passing game. Sometimes I will feel the pressure. Sometimes I just have to step up and make the throw so that we could gain the yards that we need to and drive down the field and score.
So we ran a rub route concept, a vertical rub.
And I draw back, I threw a wheel to number 8.
Our second offensive series, we came out and we was trying to get our screen game going. I don't think Jaden had a really clear view. He just threw the pass because I think he thought he was going to be open, and they end up tipping the pass and intercepting.
Hey, what is going on, bro?
44, he's hitting me in the head.
And so what the f that mean?
I couldn't see. I was driving.
Okay, so then so I need to get somebody that's gonna be tough, is what you're saying.
No, I drove him, but he got mad. He started hitting me.
Hey, why now, Sincere? It's Viking, why your ass out? Right there!
Our defense came back out, you know, coming for another stop. And we had got a pick. It was a tip pick. Our whole sideline was hyped.
We was getting our run going with Kelton and Malik. We try to be a run-first team in order to open up the pass. We was running the ball well. We was moving the ball down the field. We was having our way this drive, and Jaden ended up capitalizing with a touchdown.
Easy, bro. Just type and score. We right there. Just communicate, we're gonna score. Simple.
So the defense is energizing us. They're making plays. They're flying around all over the ball. They're creating turnovers, getting interceptions. And for our defense to lift us up like that, it made the team excited, and we just was out there balling.
When we went up by like 3 touchdowns, I knew it was wraps. I seen the whole St. Louis team looking down, getting down on each other.
I think they were a little frustrated.
On a PAT, and the guy, he had jumped off sides, and he started talking stuff and got into it.
You know, the game got a little chippy. One of their guys, he pushed one of our guys.
Next time on Phenom,
No need to retaliate. Everybody's gonna want to fight you guys because we embarrassed them on the field.
We gotta be the bigger person here.
He's getting ready to go to high school next year and kind of find us a great situation that fits his situation. But that's the goal right now, to get a natty.
This Cali Bear team, they had beat us at 11U pretty convincingly. To know one us, one them, and this game would solidify who was the best team in California.
Overtime Fits keeps blessing me with all these fits, and you can cop them all too. Head over to the OT shop and peep some of these new drops. All you gotta do is click the link below.